Welcome to our first Pathfinder pitch call of the year. We are planning to have many more this year because there's a great interest from many partners that actually want to join our Pathfinder pitch call. But now I have for you on the call Horst Lange from PSsystec. Horst, welcome to the call.
Welcome.
Horst, we have a long-standing relationship with PSsystec, so I think it will be very interesting to listen to you. So for this, I would like to hand over to you because you have prepared the presentation. So Horst, if you're ready, please share it and take it away.
Good. Okay, so let's start. Let me see. Okay, so what does PSsystec exist? Why does we exist, and what drives us? I think this is important for you to understand. Also, our mission is to provide everyone an easy access to non-digitized data. That's what we do. We, and especially myself, are inspired by Galileo. He was a nice, smart guy. He said, measure what can be measured and make measurable what cannot be measured. It's interesting during the time when he made up that sentence. And I think we all agree that data is the gold of the century, and the data transparency is particularly important in the industry. You know exactly what I'm talking about. And even the best AI is useless if the data is incomplete. Yeah? I quote Nicholas Neuenburg. I guess he's not in the meeting, but he knows myself since a long time. And he said during a presentation at some time concerning data, shit in, shit out. And he was really right. So how do we do this at PSsystec, and what is our strategy doing this? So our communication is only via mobile network, by mobile operators. So we are independent from any IT infrastructure, and the only available network for communication, it's mobile connectivity. That means for us, it's important, it's a plug and play, it's a turnkey end-to-end solution package, and it has to be simple. So end-to-end means for us, every Cumulocity is a fixed part of our solutions. That means our standard offer always contains edge device, Cumulocity, or a derivative of Cumulocity like Cloud of Things from German Telekom. We measure non-invasive. That means you don't need to install something or put something away. And we rely on the independence from the existing systems and IT infrastructure. So we are vendor agnostic. We are very good, very optimized for retrofitting and easy digitization existing systems. So we use standards for data acquisition. At the field level, we rely on common widely and use technology. We use SMARTbox, MBus, Bluetooth, standard sensor technology like the PT1000 standard. That's what our credo is. About ourselves, we are located in Augsburg, near Munich. We have 100% development made in Germany. The final assembly is in our housing, and that you get an idea about the number, we put about 50,000 units per year in the field. So, as said, Cumulocity is a fixed part of our solution. So our standard offer, I show here, is we call it Smart Service. And the way it works is pretty simple. The SMARTbox system is always the same system. So on the southbound, we collect the data from the field using Modbus, MBus, and standard interfaces for any kind of sensors. The transmission is done with mobile communication. We support lightweight M2M, and which is new MQTT with a new device. And as usual, every data is first going into Cumulocity, and then we have an interface using the API or an active connector to connect to any other kind of application the customer is using. So it's completely free. It's like working as a data hub. And what we cover from our side is everything which is blue here. We call it Smart Service, the device, connectivity, including SIM card, and cloud, which is Cumulocity. Then we have a system called Smart Cloud. That means if the customer is using our Cumulocity and using their own SIM cards. And the last one we call Smart OEM is the customer is using his own cloud. Hopefully it's Cumulocity. That's the goal. and using their own SIM card. These are all the different systems we support out of the box from the way we work. From the security point of view, we rely also on some certificates. I think we rely on your 2701 certificate, as well as the certificate from German Telekom to allow devices. The challenges in the market, I think you know them. We have many, we could call them digital blind spot in the market, not connected today, no IT infrastructure. And many systems has a decentralized and a lack of IT infrastructure, as I said. So the industries where we are around is water management, energy industry, HVAC technology, infrastructure, process technology, and compressed air technology. That's where we are around. And if you take a look at the manufacturing pyramid, if you look at the top, on the top is expensive, high sophisticated machines. They need VPN and a lot of project working, ongoing, deep condition monitoring. They integrate it into IT, and this justifies an IPC or high performance IoT gateway. That's not where we are around. So we are below the line here. I think it's a machine about 50K. Yeah, and that means we digitize a large volume of devices in the field. Many companies, they have high sophisticated machine, but in the field they have a large installed base, and it's quite too expensive to digitize them because it requires project planning. They have to redesign the application, and for us, it's the very low installation cost, as we do non-invasive, as I said. No IT is required. You don't need a laptop on site. That means the installation can be done by a low-end engineer or electrical engineer. There's no one to use his laptop or anything like this to configure on site. Everything is configured in the cloud. The new SMARTbox Mini with the thin edge allows also remote access, which is new. That closes the gap here on the top and in the middle. That means if you have a low-end machine with a controller, but from time to time you need to do remote access and you can't go on site. And this is something we can cover right now using your functionality from Cumulocity. I like it a lot. You don't need VPN, you don't need a client, you don't need OpenVPN. You just connect to Cumulocity using web HSS, that's it. Okay, for energy consumption, I get some examples. So we have two parts. We call it energy, and the rest we call remote monitoring. So energy consumption for branch networks, sub-metering, electricity, gas, water, all that stuff. And for the remote monitoring, it's decentralized infrastructure. One of our big references, German Telekom and also Deutsche Funkturm. There's more on the line. I explain later a little bit more. We have a lot of installation, monitoring, and water management. We have digitization of process sensor technology. That is that one, and this is a big reference, SEAT in Italy as a main reference. We right now having a project with Nasri's team in Saudi. Then monitoring of pump stations, remote monitoring of compressed air technology. Last year at the Hannover Messe, you remember Lars was there, Bart was there. We had a contact with Mexican companies, and for them the start was, I would say, too expensive to start out of the box with a complete Cumulocity installation, because they haven't decided yet what is their final IoT platform. And they, by the way, dealer for Käser compressors technology, and they also do the maintenance for it. And they now decided to start with us, small. The first installations already in the field, and then they can do, including Cumulocity, they can do their maintenance and their condition monitoring on a low-cost base. That means if in the future they decide Cumulocity is the one we would like to have with more functionality, it's an easy step to step up to a complete own installation. Right now, they onboard it on our Cumulocity system. Then we have remote control of climate and refrigerator technology. We have partners like Technik. It's a big company in Germany. They sell a lot in this area. So that's where we are around. So if you take a look at the product itself, as said, we measure power non-invasive. That means we use split core transformers. Some call them clamp-on current transformers for AC and DC. So we measure the power factor in kilowatt hours, lead peak, load profile, and the efficiency. And as said, it's non-invasive. That makes it much easier. We also measure gas and water. We use for that a pulse generator or a read switch. The heat meter here is mostly BACnet or Modbus. We can read easily, and the power meters we normally connect with Modbus. If you look at the remote monitoring part, means we can connect any kind of sensor. On the right side, it should be compatible with PT1000 volt or milliampere. So every sensor, there are millions out there we can connect. We use alarm contacts, any Modbus device here on the right side, valves, flow meters, leakage, any gauge like pressure or temperature, power fail outage, for example. Here we have customers like big banks. They use their ATM and also their switches and routers. If they have a power fail, they have to reboot them. They can do it remotely. Heating system, HVAC systems, and all our products available for thin rail mounting, or also in its own battery and its own housing, or AC, DC powered or battery powered. And of course, we can connect BLE beacons. It's also cool. They're very low expensive. You just put them on the wall and they automatically detected by the device. And then you have humidity and temperature and stuff like that. And the new flagship in the middle is the new Mini. We call it SMARTbox Mini. And this supports the web SSH and Modbus. And this is the first device we communicate through MQTT. Before it was always like Weiter M2M. This is LTE and MQTT. And we are very positive to get this really right in the market to close the gap between the low end and the high end machines. So I gave you some examples. One is the critical infrastructure from Deutsche Telekom. In this case, we measure the data center efficiency, AC/DC measurement, and we did it in retrofit scenario. We put in here all the measurement, and we see what is AC, what you put in, and DC, what comes out, how the efficiency is. And this is in 7,500 sites in Germany. This is quite a big installation, and it's critical infrastructure that proves the security and the robustness, reliance from the system. This is same customer, also Deutsche Telekom, company is PSM, and we do the monitoring of the decentralized infrastructure. It's also now Deutsche Funkturm and more in the pipe right now. It's about 1,800 sites. And they organize their fleet management from Nuremberg, here from Nuremberg. This is a service fleet management with a service center. And that means if there's an alarm, they can send them out. And the interesting part is, I would say, let's go back. Here, 70% cost save, because they get rid of their the VPN infrastructure they had before. That was very expensive to maintain, and to bring a new measurement point in the system was also expensive. Today it's easy, mobile connectivity, plug and play, that's it. And they're still a customer and they buy like hell, which is nice for us. Yeah. This is the example I explained from SEAT. This is a reference as well. The digitization of process sensor technology in the gas industry, and they use also gauges from Vika. It's also a Cumulocity customer. And we gather the data. And this is a nice reference too. So I have a brand new use case. This is what I said before. We have that this project. There are 2 independent projects. One is with Honeywell sensors. That's the one I show here. Yeah. So they use their gas sensors out in the field to control their production, as well as there is a leak, gas leak or something like that. And they selected Honeywell sensor and using LoRaWAN on that field and having a LoRaWAN gateway. The problem, no IT infrastructure. They have no way to get the data into Cumulocity. That's what they would like to do. And the only way they figured out you can do it very easy is using our new SMARTbox device with thin edge. So we connect via SMARTbox. I think we did the installation this morning. And then the data will be in Cumulocity and they can do the monitoring. And of course, if they have to maintain and get remote access to the router, there's no one who can go on site. They can do easily using the new web SSH functionality for Cumulocity to configure that device. It's a very, very nice project, and I'm pretty sure we will make it. There's another project with Siemens Energy. They have flow meters. It's same customer, different installation. I think they're going to have the Cumulocity Edge installation and not using the cloud version. And we do exactly the same, but we don't use this is the Modbus TCP version. We have the RTU version, and they collect the data from flow meters from Siemens, and they have the same problem how to get the data in the cloud if there's no IT infrastructure, and they do it as well with us. Here, the same I explained before, when you have a little bit more meat on data to it, the monitoring of water management is almost 2,000 kilometers of water systems. I think the final application the customer is using is FlowChief, which is a established solution in the water business in the public sector. And in this case, Cumulocity is just the data hub and doing the device management. But later on, I gathered for you a lot of interesting use cases. That is the one with the base stations for energy. There's more meat you can read through and can see if it's matching for your customers. This is a nice project I also would like to explain. This is also in the power industry. This is a project we're right now doing in Africa, in Cameroon. So the customer is the biggest brewery in Cameroon, which is currently facing power quality stability issues. So as we can not interpret with our devices the power quality, like you have network wipes and all that stuff. In this case, we use from Janitza power meter, who is able to do all that stuff, but they have also the problem how to get the data in the cloud. And we connect also with a new device, with a new thin edge device, and we collect the data here and the alarming and the quality up to the cloud. The interesting part is there's only a few data they have to measure all the time, but if there's a problem, so let's say we measure every 15 minutes or every 10 minutes, and if there's a problem arising after 2 seconds, it will be stored in the device and the alarm will be managed, and we will distribute the alarm here. So you have the monitoring and the alarm management in this case, and we use a remote access capability to reach to that device if they would like to have a deep search or the analysis of the problem. That's, for me, also a very nice project. So I brought you more. There's no time to go through it. This is in the hands-out. You see, in the energy industry, we have plenty of applications we did. You just have to read through and see if it matches. Energy management. This is our branch network for, I think it's Getränkekette, whatever that means, a chain for beer drinking and all other stuff. This is peak shaving. That's also interesting. We read the data from the energy meters and report the peak shaving. Real estate, they love us as well. If you look at the solution from Siemens or Bosch, it's unbelievably expensive, and it's so easy to do it with us, especially the installation cost is very low and the running cost is also very attractive. By the way, concerning the cost, in Germany, the list price is per data point, per sensor, €1 per month, including SIM connectivity, which is super attractive. at least to start, and this can really scale up. If you charge a customer, I would say 50 euro per month for a data point, including the system, it's way too expensive for low-end machines. In this case, it can really scale up. Infrastructure, this is more meat for the one I explained before. This is for the gas, for the SEAT deal. You see HVAC, and this is also done with a new device. It's a current project we right now do with an energy company in Germany. Diesel emergency power generators, heating systems. This is, as I explained before, is for ATMs to measure if there is a power outage and all that stuff.
So Horst, I'm going to cut you short.
So I think that's about it.
Yeah, we have 4 minutes left, and I'm pretty sure that the way you go on, I think we have. I love those use cases you bring to us, and I think people are really interested in this. So thank you for bringing us your company and all the use cases that you're doing with also with Cumulocity to our attention. I think many people didn't know how much you actually were doing with Cumulocity. So that's an inspiration for all of us.